Binghamton Mayor Jared Cram announced that an officer who is currently subject to an internal investigation after allegedly sharing evidence without permission has resigned. The officer in question is said to have shared security footage of an incident at a Binghamton bar where a woman caught on fire, sustaining serious burns. Mayor Cram said in a statement, quote, "While the Office of Internal Affairs investigation remains open, this is a significant step in upholding the professionalism and accountability residents deserve from the Binghamton Police Department," end quote.